Let me talk a little bit about the so-called Employer Free Choice Act. I want to start by saying I am a strong believer in collective bargaining. I worked as mayor of St. Paul. In my 8 years as mayor, we settled every union contract. I'm the co-author of the United States Senate of legislation that will provide the opportunity for public safety workers to be unionized. That is the case in Minnesota, but not in many states around the country. And I'm actually among a handful of Republicans who are the co-author of that particular piece of legislation. The process of forming a union, basically two approaches. You work with card check. In other words, folks sign the card, or employers quite often and most often ask for a secret ballot election, federally supervised secret ballot election. I'm a believer in both of those. And unfortunately, the Employee Free Choice Act really does take away, really does limit the right of employees to make that decision by a secret ballot. Now, some folks say, well, it doesn't do that. The union can still do that. But we need to be real blunt here. Everybody in Washington knows, everybody behind this bill, everyone opposed this bill, understands what's involved here. And that is taking away the option of a secret, federally supervised secret ballot election, which employers tend to ask for. And for the union, if you simply have folks sign a card, you don't need an election. And I really think it's important to preserve the rights of folks to make that decision and the sanctity of a voting booth, without somebody looking over their shoulder. If employers are abusing the process, then we need to deal with that. If there are concerns about the length of the process, the time that cards are submitted, time of the election, I'll look at that. But don't take away the right to a secret ballot. Let's be very clear and very honest what we're dealing with here. The purpose of this bill is to remove the employer's option to ask for a secret ballot. There are many employees who may sign a card when asked in front of somebody publicly, but they may have a different approach. And again, I say that with a deep respect for the collective bargaining process. I say that as somebody who's been endorsed by the Police Federation in Minnesota, the police departments, by the way, in Minneapolis and St. Paul. I've been endorsed by the pipe fitters. I believe in quality jobs. I believe in growing jobs. I was mayor of St. Paul. We grew 18,000 jobs when I was mayor of St. Paul. And most of those jobs, I got to tell you, were union jobs. Construction jobs certainly were. And so I support the opportunity and the right to collectively bargain, but I do not support, I think it would be a terrible mistake to take away an employee's right to make that decision privately in a secret ballot rather than having to declare it publicly. That's simply not the right way to go.